Ready for part 2? Here we come. Tip number 6, ing makes me feel ed. So something frustrating makes me feel frustrated. Something exciting makes me feel excited. Something amazing makes me feel amazed. Okay, so ing makes me feel ed. Yeah. 7, be open to apply the same structure to different contexts, to different situations, different functions. For example, when I say the word must, what comes to mind? You must do this. You must listen to your parents. You must pay attention. It's obligation, right? Yes, it is, but it's not only that. We may also use must when we're talking about a deduction, a certain deduction. For instance, the classic expression, uh, you must be kidding. Você deve estar brincando. You must be kidding, or you must be joking. Okay? So you see, it's not really an obligation here. It is a certain deduction, right? And also, think that in this kind of certain deductions, the opposite to must is what? Is it mustn't? Could I say, you mustn't be serious? Do you know the answer? Well, if you say you can't be serious, that's it. That's the way to go. Yeah. So when you're talking about certain deductions, through deductions, you're certain that something is that. So you're going to say must. This must be the truth. Or if you're certain that something is not true, then say this can't be true or this can't be true. Okay? So that's it. Tip number 7. Tip number 8 is pronunciation matters. Just like intonation, pronunciation also matters. It's not just knowing the vocabulary, knowing the grammar, but we have to be aware of how we say things, how to say things right. Okay? So it's a different language. Some sounds of the English language are the same, are equivalent to the sounds of Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, but some others are something else. Some of them we can't even capture. They're, we need to have somebody to say, look, this is like that. Yeah. And then, well, the teacher would help you on that mission, but you can also download an app. One I highly recommend is the one by the British Council. It's called Sounds Right, and it is amazing because here you have all of the symbols. You see? I'm going to click on the first one. E, E, E. You also have this drop-down menu in which you have 3 words that have the same sound. So seat, green, tree, and then you can click seat, green, tree. So it's great practice. The thing here is you don't need to become an expert, but some sounds are important. Yeah. This is a really important tool, a usefulness. It's a really useful tool if you are willing to reach great levels of proficiency and make yourself understood in your conversations. Okay, so there is also another one that is sounds. It's by Macmillan. Yeah, it's also, oh, I'm there. It's also great. There's also a chart. You can choose American chart or British one. Yeah. Yeah, and it's lots of fun. I love it, but maybe because I'm a teacher. Right. Tip number 9, the best age to start studying English is the one you are right now. Yeah. If you've never learned English in your life and you're 37 like me and you want to study, it's now. Yeah. English is possible for all ages because tip number 10 is about learning as an opportunity. Learning English is a matter of opportunity. You see, we all have our backgrounds, our paths of life, and maybe when you were younger, when you were a child or a teenager, you didn't have the means to study the language. Now, if you do, go for it. Yeah, and please do not compare yourself to other people. That's not the best way to go about this kind of situation. Yeah, on your background, on your roots, your origins, and do what's possible for the moment. If now it's the moment that is possible for you to study English, go for it. Yeah. Learning English again is a matter of opportunity and also being exposed to the right conditions. So, if you are exposed to a rich amount of content of the language, if you have the practice, if you have the time, a lot of time of dedication to the studies, of course you will learn it, right? So, please do not compare yourself with anyone else. Tip number 11, this is a good one for the learners. Another good one. I think all of them are good. Tip number 11 is learn chunks. When you're studying and you learn a new word, register the word with an expression that follows it. For instance, if you have the word interested, you're interested in something. Yeah, crazy. Crazy for I'm crazy for you. Not really. Madonna can say it, but we're gonna say crazy about. I'm crazy about arts and entertainment. Yeah, crazy about. Worried, concerned, also concerned about, worried about. Good. If you're talking about ability, so you're good at doing something. So register the adjectives, different words with the prepositions that are dependent on these words. Okay, that's a good tip actually. Yeah, you won't regret it. 12, choose wisely. We live in the era of the internet. So we have loads of things, a massive amount of websites and YouTubers and influencers and Instagrammers. Choose wisely. If you're going for Instagram, choose 5 people that you want to follow, that you like the content, also the websites. I really like using with my students the one by the British Council, Learn English by the British Council, and also test-english.com. Really nice, straightforward. But just select which websites, apps, and social media devices that you're going to use to study English. Otherwise, it's very easy for us to get overwhelmed, and then we end up doing nothing. Okay? Choose wisely. And of course, 13 is intended to be polemic, a burning issue. Now, which proficiency test should I take? The Ielts, the TOEFL, neither. Well, if you are in a hurry, like you are required to prove your proficiency level right now, right here, right now, so you're going for one of them. Yeah, the difference basically is that the TOEFL is American and the IELTS is issued by the Cambridge University. However, something that people don't tell you is that these two tests, both tests, IELTS and the TOEFL, have an expiration date. They are valid. They expire in 2 years. After 2 years, you have to take them again. So I recommend considering the other exams that provide you with a certificate. And then I'm talking about the B2 uh, first certificate, C1 advanced, the C2 proficiency, because these are certificates and certificates don't expire, right? So as you have to invest some money, because these tests, these exams are expensive, do it wisely. Think about them, talk to your teacher so that you can decide what the best test is for you at that moment.